It's Mother's Day, and a new survey says that today most mums just want to spend quality time with their family. So a little earlier I spoke to consumer expert Kate Hardcastle for the latest on the new study.
I think what mums want most for Mother's Day is a little bit of honesty, to be honest. This research has come through. It's made me feel a bit more validated as a parent, to be honest, because we do have these perceptions passed down of what a good Mother's Day should look like. And I think in this era of social media where everything's so about the aesthetics and the optics, I think actually feeling that you want to be human and that it can be very natural and normal and about spending time together is so important. So I think the biggest stat that we've got from this is that 90% of mums are really okay not to do the breakfast in bed, actually. You know, save yourselves, save your time, but also their awkwardness as they wait for some burnt toast. It might take several hours to serve because that's what's seen as the expected thing to do. It's about quality time together instead.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about what you said at the beginning there, and I will be probably waking up on Sunday morning to find lots of pictures on social media of various different Mother's Day gifts that people have got. And then I'll probably forget to post anything myself and then think, oh, why am I bothered about posting something? Who cares what I got for Mother's Day? But
sure.
Let's talk a bit about the research. Does it suggest a home-cooked meal or a meal at a restaurant is the best shout?
Surprisingly, maybe for some, again, with that expectation, it's the home-cooked meal that wins. Over 60% of people saying that actually maybe it's not just the cost of living and the expense of an external meal. It's quite hard to get bookings. There's a lot of pressure on it to be right. Lots of people wanting different things. Just the idea of being able to stay at home, settle into something that's conversational and about the experience rather than just the physical food, the meal itself, I think is a beautiful indication that we really want to feel this human connection, this idea that it's about being around the table and having a really good conversation or some joy or laughter. You know, there's nothing better, is there, when there's some real natural laughter and enjoyment going on in the house.
Yeah, definitely. And just touching upon that point you made about the cost of living crisis, people might want to save a bit of money or they might not have the money to be going out, splashing out for a meal at a restaurant in terms of gifts. So people might get themselves a bit worked up about getting a gift. How much do you spend, etc., etc. What are the most popular gifts and what are the least popular gifts when it comes to Mother's Day?
The beautiful thing that's come out of the research, which has come from Bartlett, which are the potato people, is the idea that it's very much about the household. It's about being real. It's about being authentic, if I can say that word. And so things like photo books, which is basically printed books of images that you've created curated over the years, but you don't print out anymore. It's all just on your phone, and that you might dedicate that for mum. Things like a playlist that came together, the songs that remind me of mum. That's the really beautiful thing I think that's come through it. Unsurprisingly, near 30% of people have said actually we're okay without the petrol station flowers and without those kind of last minute gifts and things. I think the common denominator, things that just feel like there's very little thought gone into it, very little meaning. What the customers are out there saying, and again, I think you and I probably can have some real understanding with this, your listeners too, is that actually in an era where we feel more disconnected than ever, connection is so vital and important. And that idea of, it doesn't have to be a fancy meal, but you can sit down, have baked potatoes, all of your different toppings, but then get onto the board game that brings you together, or get onto watching the TV programme, or your soap opera, or listening to that vinyl album, just something that connects you. And I think most importantly, just asking mum what she actually does want. And we know from research that people might say, well, she never tells us the truth anyway. It's like, no, don't worry, save your money. But actually, I think there's something in there that if you show her that you know who she is, her enjoyments, her interests, it's actually something that really resonates.
Yeah. How good are your children at organising things for you for Mother's Day?
It would be remiss of me completely not to tell the truth here, which is like terrible, awkward. They fight over, who's got the best idea. Then no one has the idea, and then I very rarely get anything. I did really well last year. I got a Dolly Parton coffee table book, which is all about the outfits she wore. I was a mad keen Dolly Parton fan. That was amazing for me. But truly, they're going to do this jacket potato bar for me. And the idea they're getting food confidence, they're getting, confidence in the kitchen, that they're going to go out and do something. The eldest is putting the potatoes in the oven, the youngest are doing the toppings, but they still get to serve me something, but it's without that excruciating panic of them being in the kitchen and they've been just clattering and I can't see it. They're getting the win that then might last me, it sounds a bit devious, but it might last me all year, because if they do it once, I'm going to make them do it again and again and again, right?
Absolutely. Tell them how much you enjoyed it, that it was the best thing ever, and they'll be absolutely thrilled and they'll want to keep doing it.
Even if it's the worst.
Even if it's the worst. Even if it's the worst. Absolutely. So that's what you're planning for doing on Mother's Day. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope it's everything that you want it to be, and I hope that you can continue getting those potatoes made for you months down the line afterwards. And thank you so much, Kate. It was lovely speaking to you.
Lovely speaking to you, and same to you and yours.
Consumer expert Kate Hardcastle, MBE, speaking to me a little bit earlier.